So remembering that every chakra, every energy portal is a doorway to the infinite. Every energy portal is a doorway to the infinity of being. In other words, to knowing our true nature, our essential nature, the unbounded awareness, the unbounded beingness that is always here, beyond, behind, and ever present in all experiences, yet clouded by experiences, because experiences are interpreted to be part of my finite self, my identity. We create identity, we create me identity from our experiences. In other words, from thoughts, from feelings, from sensations, from beliefs based upon thoughts, feelings, and sensations. That me identity is the finite self. Me as this or me as that. That becomes the prison of the self. That becomes erroneous identity. We then embark on the spiritual path in order to be free of that. Whether we know it or not, that's ultimately what is going on, especially if we're on a path of true inquiry and non-dual realization. The non-dual is simply the infinity of awareness, unbounded and yet ever present. The chakras, the energy portals, are how we, or represent, not just represent, but are the manifestation of how we experience life, and therefore how we create the me identity. So those energy portals can be veiled, the veils of the self, the veils of perception, because we have come to a conclusion about our experience and therefore about me. Or they can be unveiled, and in the unveiling, we are simply in touch with the divine intelligence that informs us. And we are free of self-identity, me identity. So once again, we are approaching the chakra journey from a very different perspective than the traditional one. The traditional, it's not in opposition to it, it's simply, if you like, going deeper than that. The traditional view of the chakras, or the way of working with the chakras, is focused more on the personhood, is focused more on the me self. And how can I free up this energy so that I can feel more abundant or attract more abundance? How can I free up this energy so I can have better relationships or express myself, my voice, and so on? Yes, we are not denying that. So we'll touch on that. We'll incorporate that. But this is from the perspective of the self. We are approaching this at whatever level we're speaking of, whether it's the base chakra or the crown chakra and everything in between. We're approaching this from the perspective of freedom, freedom from the me identity, freedom from the prison of egoic identity, which is based on our interpretation of our experience.